All right. Welcome back to episode 40. I actually hope it's 40. I don't fucking know what episode this is.
How do we never know what number it is?
She looked it up during the last episode, told me it, and I said, oh, okay, got it. I think this is actually 39.
All right. Okay.
All right. Hi. Eric's back again. Samara.
Hi.
Back again. Deion.
I'm alive.
Back again. And my ghost producer, Chris.
Yes, that is me.
Hi. Welcome
Ghost
back.
producer. So we need a producer cam.
It's I'm just gonna shoot over the camera.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
It's jump scare.
That's it. Every time he comes in the kitchen, it scares me anyway. So it's like a ghost to me.
The ghost producer jump scare. We gotta have the jump scare cam.
Legit. It's like once, maybe twice a week. Sometimes he'll come in the kitchen, jump scare me, and act like it's like okay and like it's normal for a grown man to do that to me.
Yeah. Sometimes I announce myself. He still gets there.
He's not announcing himself. He's gaslighting me. Actually, he's lying right now.
If he's a little coward boy, I mean, he can't help that.
He doesn't announce himself. That's a lie. He won't say, "Hey, it's Chris coming through to the kitchen." He won't do that. He'll just walk in.
Okay, so do you have to do that in your household? Do you ever have to say, "Hey, it's Samara. I'm coming into the kitchen"? No,
I don't. Nobody has to do that. But he's saying he's
Okay.
announcing. He's saying he's announcing himself, and that's just a plain lie. He's not doing that.
The last two times you got scared, I did announce myself.
He's still lying. It's impeccable. All right.
Hi, I'm walking in.
I'd wish he'd do that.
Be like the Japanese when they come home.
All he does, he comes in and he comes in the room, says, "Hey, what's cooking over there?" and says, "Little stew," and then walks out.
That's all you make is stew.
Yeah. If you listen to him, it says so. I cooked rice today.
Well,
Yeah, thank
about
you.
time.
Yeah, motherfucker. All right, guys. So first question of the day. So we're gonna start off topical before we get into the quicker questions. Super Bowl halftime show. Who's excited for Kendrick Lamar? Raise your hand.
How could you not be excited?
You know.
You can't see it. Chris raised his hand,
I sure
and she did not raise her hand. Go ahead. What's your question?
You gotta have the camera.
My question is, aren't they not allowed to cuss?
Are they not allowed to
No, I'm
cuss?
doing a podcast.
Chris, they've cursed in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, they've cursed in Super Bowl. They played songs that they're cursing.
I don't know. I haven't watched the Super Bowl performance in years because they stopped being like cool. I lie. Usher was awesome. That was the first time in a long time.
So you
missed.
You tuned into Usher. You didn't tune in for the.
Rihanna.
You didn't tune into the 50
watched.
Cent.
Did not watch 50 Cent.
Okay. Didn't tune into The Weeknd.
Did not watch The Weeknd.
The Weeknd was funny. I didn't think he was that bad. He's a good performer.
I'm mad that he got up there before, I don't know, certain other people, I guess.
I'm going to be honest. Not a lot of other people that could do it today that aren't just big rappers at this point. So, I am super excited. Is your question about if you're allowed to curse during the Super Bowl performance? I'm almost positive they can say, like, damn, ass.
But they wouldn't let Katy Perry say where the grass is really greener because it was a weed reference.
I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of things I wouldn't let Katy Perry say, so that sounds about right. I agree.
The girl MIA, like, she put her middle finger up and she got banned.
That's actually super aggressive. I would actually ban her as well.
That's pretty aggressive.
So why is cussing not more aggressive than that?
Middle finger, I feel like
that's crazy.
Symbols are okay. Symbols should be PG-13. Symbols should be PG-13. If we're doing a PG-13 rule, doing this should be PG-13 because you know what it means, but I don't have to say it, right? Or if you do, you do that one. That's so aggressive. That's
really aggressive. There's no polite way. I've never seen a polite. I've never seen a polite version of that. It's
not supposed to be polite.
Well, exactly. It's like in nature. It's a super offensive thing to do. There's no way you could like censor a middle finger. At that point, I gotta ban you.
Yeah.
You know.
Are we arguing politeness or are we saying?
Well, I'm saying ban-worthy.
Ban-worthy.
Yeah, or at least maybe not ban-worthy, but like I understand why they felt they need to ban her. Is what I would say. So yeah, okay. I'm glad to see we're for the most part all excited for the performance. I This will probably come up
Kendrick
later.
Lamar,
I am.
Uncle
He's a
Kenny.
good performer.
Yeah,
He
great.
is.
I don't think there's. I don't know if there's another rapper I would say is as good a performer as him right now.
Right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like right now Kendrick is on like a little tour, just trying to disgrace Drake.
I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I think he's just being invited to things. The last thing he did was on purpose, but that was also like that was for other things. You know, it was for the culture, it was for the community, right? The West Side rap community. So I feel like he made that bigger than just calling Drake a pedophile on a big stage.
Right.
Yeah, but he also played the song like 6 or 7 times over and over.
But that was for the community. But you gotta think that he did it for the kids.
Everybody's been listening to the song on repeat for several weeks back to back. So I feel like he just did what they were doing at home. And he was like, no, y'all not here. That's just good performing. Like you said, he's a good performer. And that's all it is, right? You want an encore, you just keep playing the song.
I will say at that point, he wasn't even performing the song. The song was just playing. By the fourth time, he wasn't even rapping the lyrics. I think at that point he was just dancing.
People are saying "Not Like Us" is the song of the summer. Do y'all agree with that?
I think it's the most influential song in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, I also think that too.
Can anything beat that in the summer? What summer music has come out that you could say, oh, that's definitely better?
Doug, I don't know.
I didn't disagree.
I don't know any song in the last like.
I'm just asking.
Like I feel like there hasn't been a song more out there than Not Like Us.
Any quick question?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, no, I agree. I can't think of any song that jumped out as quick as that did to the levels it did in my lifetime.
And it also helps that
maybe we are the world. I don't know.
Lifetime? Come on.
I mean, it also helps that he made most of his songs not copyright. So anybody can play it.
It was everywhere. Especially on this internet or internet culture now where everything kind of moves fast. The song's been out for like 3 months now. Or honestly, I think how long has it been? Like 4 or 5 months now?
Yeah, it's sort of 3.
I think it's more than 3 at this point. It came out in like May. It's like 4 months now. And I don't know. There's no song I think in the last couple of years that's like stayed as hot or as relevant I've seen like this. This is incredible.
Yeah.
All on the basis.
Literally. Go ahead.
All on the basis of hating this one fucking guy.
Well, it's also like real music too. You got to think real music is infectious, and not in a way that makes you sick, like the earworm music you hear a lot on the radio. Like real music is like, no, I really want to play this song again.
Yeah.
Well, it's there. It's still there, and it's still making a lot of people very rich. People still getting a lot of plays for TikTok songs and stuff like that. It's still very, very popping.
All right, top 5 songs you want Kendrick to perform at the halftime show. Go.
All right, we gonna be all right, you know.
I agree.
I
want to hear him shout. Go. I just want to say that. I just want to hear him scream.
I would love to hear King Kunta.
Okay.
King Kunta, he said.
No, I agree. I'm with him. I want
him to kneel. That's not a song, but I want him to kneel like for the national anthem. That's not a song, but I want him to do that.
What else is there?
I got a bone to pick. You can't.
It would be ironic if he played Poetic Justice because he has.
I think he will. I think he will.
Somebody else come out and rap Drake's part. You've been replaced.
Literally.
He's gonna get
King Kunta.
He's gonna get another Canadian.
The second line of King Kunta is "Monkey mouth motherfucker sitting on my throne again." You can't do that one. Second line in the song.
We're gonna go ahead and buff that line out with a different line.
You can just censor it a little bit.
Yeah. Monkey mouth sitting on the throne again.
What if he says chimp?
Ooh, chimps are in now. You guys saw the new Planet of the Apes? I saw it. This is good. Chimps are in. They're back.
Decent. Chimps are back is crazy. When they go away?
They go away every time they get bad publicity, and then they come back when they do good publicity.
Okay.
Chimps were out after Nope. Remember Nope? Chimps were out from Nope.
Was that a chimp? I thought that was a monkey.
No, that was a chimp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that offensive?
I mean, to him maybe.
Okay. What was his
And the
name?
way he's tearing people up, I wouldn't want to offend him.
Okay. We are 10 minutes in. We're gonna split our questions. I'm gonna go first. So, can you guys recall the music you were listening to 10 years ago? And what are the music you've been listening to a lot this year? So 2014, can you name some artists' albums you were really getting into at that point 10 years ago? All of us, probably our junior, senior year of high school. Samara's, she was probably just getting out of college at that point, probably got her first office job.
Stop being disrespectful.
All right. So where were we all listening to 10 years ago?
I feel like I listen to the same songs now. Like nothing changed.
Nothing. I think it's. I've listened. There's like not that much I've listened to 10 years ago. That is still
10 years.
Some
college songs, I guess, let go.
I mean, for me, I feel like my tastes have changed a lot because I feel like 10 years ago was probably a mix between rap and rock, which is like Chemical Romance, and I was listening. This is when I started listening to Jay-Z and all that.
Really? You're a big Jay-Z fan?
Back then, yeah. Back then, I was.
At what point did you start hearing me insult Jay-Z a lot? Because I want to say around this point is like because around Watch the Throne, I said, man, this guy's washed.
I mean, I think it was around senior year.
Watch the Throne was good, man.
Watch the Throne was good. Watch the Throne was good, and it was because of one person and not the person we're talking about.
I completely disagree with you. Jay-Z had a lot of good verses, and Kanye West was just doing whatever he wanted to do. And the only reason that album worked is because they had good chemistry. That's true.
They did have good chemistry. The person that
they could put their verses together, and they would be very different tones, and you would still get the vibe that they were putting down. They still had a vibe. I remember you listening to songs like that all the time. Fuck you. Yeah, put the headphones down right quick. But fuck, you heard me.
Yeah, I'll stand by it. Kanye had it felt more fun. All his verses on Watch the Throne. Mm-hmm. So 10 years ago, 2014 Forest Hills Drive came out, and I hated it. And I don't know if I hate it. I was so confused by it because I was such a big J. Cole fan from all high school up until this point, 2014, where he dropped that, and I was so confused. I was like, this is not that good.
I feel like the only song I liked there was No Role Models. Everything
else, I didn't like that song.
Everything else I hated about it.
Got niggas hating J. Cole.
It was so crazy because I love Born Sinner. Born Sinner is still to me might be his best project. And then when 2014 Forest Hills dropped, it was crazy how I didn't like it. But at this point, so this is 2014 going to my senior year. This is when I first started listening to Mac Miller for real because he dropped Faces, which is I think my favorite mixtape of all time. That changed my entire perception of him. He then became the greatest white rapper I've ever heard, and I went back to listen to Watching Movies with the Sound Off by him, his Delusional Thomas mixtape. Those three I played a lot. I'm trying to think. So Mick Jenkins dropped The Waters. That was a big album for me. Isaiah Rashad dropped Sylvia Demo. Those are like the three big like things I remember listening to around 2014 exactly. And I remember like the rest of my senior year after 2015 was when I started listening to more Chicago drill music. And me and Justin really bonded over listening to Free Crack by Lil Bibby. And I'll always stand on Free Crack 2 being one of the best mixtapes I've ever heard.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh. Who's next?
The guy. Go ahead. No. I thought somebody had something else they wanted to say. I didn't say what I was listening.
I didn't even give my answer.
I was waiting. Yeah.
I didn't even give an answer.
I was saying go next to like you guys go next. Yeah, my bad.
I'll go last.
Okay. So
I feel like my music from 10 years ago was like the complete opposite. A lot of like alternative, like Arctic Monkeys, a lot of Kyle.
Oh man, Kyle.
Oh man, Super Duper Kyle. What a throwback.
I feel like for me, Kyle only dropped one hit. I feel like
the first two albums slap. Period.
First two.
Like for that time, for 2014 time, I feel like it was fitting, but yeah, a lot of alternative, That's like when I first started going to like concerts, festivals, and stuff. And from what I can remember, it was just like a lot of alt people. And now I feel like I listen to a lot of Afro beats. I've kind of been into that. Um, but I also listen to the same old music that I've been listening to, like the same old Childish Gambino songs,
Man, speaking
the
of,
same, the same old The Rock album that he just came out with,
it's
his
not.
alternative.
It's
It's
not
no,
even.
it
It's
is a
not.
little.
Nah, not really. It's not like the rap that you may be familiar with. I've been listening to it on repeat, so you can't even tell me nothing about it. Um, it's not even like that rocky. He's been alternative for a minute now, just doing like pop songs and singing and stuff and like rapping every so often. It's kind of becoming. I mean, he was always kind of like a version of Andre 3000, like another
Hmm,
version of Andre. So he's always been
interesting.
experimenting. Rap was his thing for a while, and he's fallen off that
I'm not
wagon
mad
hard.
at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
I'm not
mean,
mad at it. I
just wouldn't
think
call it rock.
every yeah, I think every album here recently has had a different vibe. Like when I saw him in Texas, that was when um is the album called Me and My Mama? What's the album called? With
Uh,
Redbone and
Awaken
Awaken My
My
Love.
Love.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just
Crazy
That
good
was
banging,
album. Crazy good
yeah,
album.
that's
banging.
when that one came out. And even his old stuff, like I feel like each album has a different vibe, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like he's definitely the type to try a bunch of different things. Even look at him like, what's that show he's on Prime?
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr.
Mister.
Smith.
and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not
Closed the
mad at
door.
it, but I'm just very real quick before Dion gives his answer. I don't know what my problem is, but
Where's he going?
I I have this thing where I want new songs to sound just like the old songs.
Oh
Like
no.
scratching, no, not by
Okay.
artists. I mean like if like I still listen to okay, for example, like Heartbeat by Childish Gambino. I
Mm-hmm.
listen to that still because there's no new song that sounds similar or like has the same vibe to me. So when I listen to new music, it's hard for me to like want to really like it and add it to my library because it just doesn't do what I need it to do like these other old songs, if that makes sense.
Of course it does. And I think to piggyback off of what you're saying, I think people make music differently now than they used to.
Way differently.
Hmm.
And so the people who really like they want to make something, they want to say something on a song, you could just feel the difference between 90% of everything else that comes out. It's like
Yeah.
even like artists we like that have gotten into the production like assembly line, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
It's like you may be waiting for the new Megan Thee Stallion album, but how many of those songs have like her heart in it? She might make some good
Right.
songs, but like how many really have her heart in it? And you could tell the difference. Like I love that song she made about like depression or whatever. Like
Oh
I could
yeah.
tell, like I could
Or
tell
because her
that you
mom passed,
cared.
right? Her
A whole
mom
bunch of
Her
died.
shit.
mom passed
But
a
yeah,
long time ago.
Yeah.
but like it's a bunch of shit layered on top of itself. And like again, you could tell. And I think the best art comes from true emotion. It doesn't have to be pain. People think it's pain. It doesn't have to be. You could be happy as a clam and still make some beautiful shit. But the best art
Mm.
comes from that true emotion. And so many artists now, it's just like, let me get that check. And they
I
tell
was
you
just about to say, it seems more like a money thing. It's more obvious
it's more
than
obvious, way
because
more obvious.
maybe they were doing it for the money before with the
Sure,
other music, but
a lot of
it
people.
You
seemed
just
like
descri- you
it
just described
had
Beyonce's album to me.
Yeah,
The most
more
recent one.
passion.
Yeah. And I think it's good.
Even the artists now coming out,
More passion.
they want to be TikTok artists only. Like it's like that's their only goal is to be TikTok famous, have their songs on TikTok, and then they
The
have
Coi Leray.
no
All right, well,
stage
you lost me. Okay,
presence,
all right.
one hit
You're
wonder.
right.
Like
Coi Leray.
Coi Leray got
That's-
stage presence to me. I'll say that.
Okay.
Everything else.
Showing up
I
with
wasn't pointing
the
out
bubble
hers.
coat,
I know.
the bubble coat and the abs out and like looking like a goofy and just
She's really pretty.
She be going
She's
for
like,
it. She be trying.
That
on the
is-
Janae Aiko tour that
That's
she's on
the
right
thing,
now, she
dude.
looks really good.
That's the thing though. She's learned from the best that being like a rapper doesn't work. You need to also be attractive. And then you just make money. Then you just make money. Like for real, you don't even have to make good music anymore. You don't even have to try hard anymore. You just make money for being attractive. That's why she keeps making videos, twerking, jumping around in little boy shorts and stuff. It's all like scam. It's all part of the game. And it's a shame. It really is. It's a shame. Think about Ice Spice and my boy. My boy, you've been a Ice fan
She
for
has.
too long.
She made the worst album this year. All right.
Didn't listen to it. Wouldn't have. Couldn't convince me to.
I'll always stand by music that just makes me smile. And the first album she dropped, it legit made me smile. I thought it was catchy for most of the songs. It was only like 6 or 7 songs. Like it was short. This is 12 songs of ass.
It was pure.
It was
gross.
So bad. So bad.
How many poop lines? Did you count the poop lines in
Legit,
the album?
it was one every song. Like
Literally.
she's in on it.
She's no, she's not in on it. She is flexing her fetish. She wants everyone to know. She will go to Dubai and get shitted on.
There was
Bro.
I want to say it was like opening line. I'm Miss Poopy, but I'm not number 2. And I thought,
Who the fuck is Miss Poopy?
She's so cringy, bro.
It's like
cringy.
you decided to put that out in the world to tell everyone, hey, I miss Poopy.
she's writing her rhymes. Like I'll give her credit. I know she's writing
so
this shit.
cringy. I can't.
Gotta be.
She writing this. She on the note tab and she going hard, thinking, I got another one in me. Like it's misguided.
That's it. I got another one in me. Blush.
I know. Yeah.
I'm the shit, but you can't flush me. I know that's in one of the songs. I don't even have to listen. I know one of the songs got that line in it. I'm the shit, but you can't flush me.
Oh, it's much worse.
I
than
know
that.
I know it has to be.
I
I
know
don't
she
remember.
wrote that shit. If I could think about it off the dome, I know she wrote that shit for real.
So what albums have you guys been listening to a lot today? Or a lot this year. I don't want to be focused on the negative. We got to focus on the positives.
So, okay. Well, I'll go because I didn't really have a thing to say about the last one, to be honest. 10 years ago, my music tastes were still burgeoning. I listened to a lot of random stuff. Like, as a kid, listened to music that my parents listened to. And then when I started making my own, like, playlists or my own, like, choices, it was just random, like, pop shit most of the time. You know, I had Adam Lambert in the playlist. I had some Katy Perry, you know, Lady Gaga stuff. It was like really just random shit. So now I feel like it's grown and kind of become something I could really put a name behind. And I hate that so much of it is Drake. I got to delete a bunch of Drake.
Yeah.
The only reason he wins, like my Spotify year
It's
thing,
so many. It's such high volume.
it's so much music.
It's so
It's
much.
so much music. If I shit 100 times, one of these is gonna be
Yeah.
like decent.
They gonna start calling me
And you-
Mr. Poopy at this point.
They gonna start calling me Mr. Poopy. So that's something that I don't like about my like the way Spotify at least quantifies my music. But I've been getting back into Childish Gambino, and like if you guys don't know, the Royalty mixtape is probably one of the best things he ever made. But because the internet is goated because of how much of that is more than just the album, it's like there's so many parts to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the Royalty mixtape, I listened to that in high school. I burned it out in high school. I'll burn it out now. I know so many words, so many songs on that mixtape. That is like the real Childish rapping, like Childish right there. Like fuck the other shit. The Camp album when he was talking about Asian girls and all that. Fuck that.
Camp might be
Royalty
his worst work, honestly.
It might be his worst work,
Yeah.
but imagine having your worst shit come out first.
Yeah, that's usually how it was supposed to go.
I mean, Nah, because then you got Kanye West, where it's like, it kind of starts to shift a little as you go through his discography. That first work was solid. The second work, solid. Third work, I think, is his best work. That's another album I started replaying. Can't Tell Me Nothing is ringing in my ears when I'm at work because fuck what you heard, man. I'm putting cans on the shelf. I'm putting pasta on the shelf. I'm moving packs of water. Wait till I get my money right.
Just wait. Just wait. You'll see.
I was telling Chelsea, like, I really want to dig into that song because it's very simple, but all the lines, like when they hit, they hit. That whole first verse sounds like my life. It really it kills me how he's reading me for filth. And he's reading himself. That's the thing. He's reading himself at that time.
So
being
much,
a shopaholic, talking crazy.
So much of like, so I've listened to his first two albums at work multiple times now in like this year. So much of it like is like legit relatable. So much of it is just like
because he was a relatable dude.
Yeah, and it's so strange. And it's like so much of like of just his complaints of or even a lot of the skits of just making fun of people just trying to live a life they don't have. But it's like, wow. How did you pull this off? How did you pull this off? It's like, wow.
He was talking from experience. He was broke, right?
Yeah.
He was talking from being hungry, from being broke. And after making the money, I think that album, which is Graduation, I think Graduation album is when he changed. That was him basically telling us, I feel weird now. And we all were just like, man, this Kanye, fucking Kanye. But no, he was telling you like, no, something's off about me now. And he could see it in himself. I think the shopping too much is one of the bigger parts that I really appreciate because he knows he has a problem, but he's going to the store anyway. Like he says that in multiple songs. Like, yeah, buying too much shit. I'm going to the store anyway. I spent this much money on this. I spent this much money on this thing. He said his mom couldn't get to him. He said she tried to tell him. Stay out the store.
It's like he started off as a hero. He's slowly turning into the supervillain.
I mean, literally heel turn. That's what it is. It's a heel turn. And it becomes like a fake persona, and then it turns into his real self.
I don't even think that's like half the interesting thing. While being the heel turn after that is still albums, I would still say are like they're legit like close to like a music genius level of work. 808s and Heartbreak, which I don't even like that. I know a lot of people really love.
Mm-hmm. It's a good song. It's a good album.
Yeah,
it's a really solid album.
What is the one that came out before Life of Pablo?
The one that everyone says is the best one. The actual it's the second best, I think.
I do not like that album. I don't like that album. Life of Pablo. I've gone back to Life of Pablo. Hilarious album. Really liked it. The one before that, Yeezus.
My Beautiful
hated it.
Dark Twisted Fantasy is the one.
I think that's really good. I think that's
the one I'm thinking of.
It's not one of his top two. I think it's probably his third best work.
Even then, it's still
right. But like so much of it after turning into like not a guy to root for or like just
a villain.
Yeah. Fucking amazing work. And
still make good music, just not the music.
Crazy career arc. Do you guys have anything else to say before we go to Samara's next question? Or I guess Samara's first question.
This new childish shit is supposed to be the soundtrack to a movie that I honestly feel like is not real. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop when it's like, sorry, like we lied. This is just a visualizer for the album. It's not a real movie, but it's supposed to be a real movie. And I thought
the 21 thing was going to be a real movie too.
21.
Yeah, he did he helped he did like a little like trailer for 21 Savage's album. I thought that was actually going to be like a little.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was going to be
that's the thing. Yeah. You can tell, I think, when it's not a movie, and when it should be a movie.
When it should be.
Like the trailer for this thing, it's a real trailer. Like it feels like a real trailer. So why would you waste all that time and effort just for the album promotion? It's like, you might as well just make a movie too, dog. Like people are gonna watch it. You might as well just make the movie.
I
think it's real.
I just want to say before we continue, I just want to highlight some of the albums I've listened to a lot this year.
Okay.
Vince Staples' Dark Times album. This is his best work. So 10 years ago, I was still listening to him because I really liked Shine and Cold Chain Volume 2. I listened to that a lot. This album he put out this year, best work. This year I've listened to, I'm going to be honest, Chris, you've said to me before, I listen to a lot of garbage.
Sometimes, yes.
Chris, it's so true. I'm listening, like, it's so true. So I don't listen to Ice Spice as much anymore. I don't listen. Ice Spice is killing. God, she's ruining herself, man. I can't believe it.
That's because she aligned herself with the devil. Nicki Minaj.
I knew when she did that. She was gonna drop her
downhill.
But I've listened to rapper Dave Blunt, very very vulgar and dumb album. Listened to that a lot this year. Who else dropped an album this year? Probably my third favorite album, Anicia, a woman rapper. I only listen to her because I like her voice, but it's an entire album of one flow, one tone, and I simply like it because of her voice.
How many songs we talked?
I think it's like 8 out. I think it's like 8 songs. Not a lot. I'm a big fan of dropping albums that are like 8 songs or less.
Less is weird to me.
We don't have mixtapes anymore, so I just think of it like that. So I'd rather 6 songs I like than 16 songs, which I remember 3-4 years ago when that started. And a lot of rappers, oh my God, I hate the Migos for doing this. They would just drop so many songs just to inflate numbers, and so many songs I didn't like. But those really stand out. I think so. The Earl mixtape that dropped that was produced by Alchemist, I really like that. It's also one of Earl's best work.
Alchemist. There we go. That's a good combo right there.
That's probably one of my favorite drops this year. But
listen to that.
That's all I got so far. So, Samara, go ahead and read us off your question.
Okay, the first one, the one I have is, what was a norm in school that you wish they would get rid of?
What was a what?
What is a norm in school that you wish that they wished you would get rid of? So the first thing that came to my head, it was homework.
Oh no!
I feel it's really me because I knew by high school I really just didn't care for homework at all. It's very personal.
I got something to say about that.
But I did it for the most part. I stopped doing homework by junior year. And it never really affected me because I kind of just did it whenever I got to class.
For me, I stopped doing homework sophomore year.
A little early.
I literally just stopped, and because
bit of a jump.
Because most of the time I can just pass it with the test, and the test count the most. So.
Right.
I'm trying to think of other norms.
I'm trying to think of some norms.
My answer is having to run on the mile.
The mile, I enjoyed the mile. I'm gonna be.
No, we had to do that every day. And in middle school, we had to do it regularly, and they're like, "No, we're just preparing you for high school. You're gonna have to do it every day." And we did.
That's crazy.
We ran it every day.
I think that's a school.
And I feel like it's overrated, and it's honestly.
They just didn't like her.
I feel like it's ridiculous. And then the way they would do it is you would have to wait. So the last people just finishing up, everybody's just staring at them. We're all just waiting for them to finish.
See, that's not true.
That's cool, I feel like.
I don't think
it's a very unique experience. Go ahead.
I think that's similar to me with the homework. I really think that's a really personal thing. Because I know when I was finished by the mile, because I was always in the middle, toward middle people that finished, or at least one of the definitely not one of the top people. Probably one of the later ones even, but you know what I was not thinking about the people that are still doing it. What I was thinking was, damn, we got 30 minutes left of this class anyway, bro. The gym was an hour and a half normal class. The mile was like a 15-minute thing regular. No, forever, or 15, maybe 20 minutes for some people or some shit. We still had another hour to go through. Nobody cared at that point. Go ahead. What? I can't think of any other norms, honestly.
I'm trying desperately to think of a norm that. Oh, I got one. I got a good one, and then I got something to say about all y'all shit. No more kids paying for their lunch.
Free lunch is okay. I was trying to think of
Let's
I
change
was trying to
that.
think of how to phrase it, but
No more
lunch
kids
not
paying for lunch.
lunch not being
Lunch not
free is
being
crazy.
free.
Lunch not being
Yeah,
free is
Can y'all
crazy.
see my camera?
it's
No.
blurry. Like it's dark and
It's-
blurry. Like I
Oh my,
can't see.
she's in the shadow realm.
The baby did it.
Oh my god, we didn't unlock the
No.
baby yet.
This
Bro, I
dog
don't
is so-
know.
It's
I
okay,
don't
it's
know
fine.
what she just did.
Damn.
Hold on.
What if she
That
just
was
said?
fast. She just showed up. She got on screen and she said, "How can I fuck this up?
And
I don't
why
like
is it
what this is.
so
I don't like what's going on."
dark?
Maybe we should ask her opinion on school.
No, I was gonna say really quick. They should. I
Put it
don't
in
know
the
when
bio.
y'all had gym,
Back in our day.
but I had gym like my first or second class. So I would literally, you would be sweaty all day.
Right. They used to
Like
let kids shower in school, though. There used to be
they
an
don't
answer
do
for that.
that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
guys, we're really digging into what the real problem is with school, and it's not really the norms of like homework and the norms of physical education, because when we went to school, those things were breaking down. Where school is at now, while we're not in school, those things are almost eradicated, and they are beneficial things to the students. Even if you didn't like homework, it kept your ass from being stupid. And now, not all the homework works, because Chris didn't do homework starting sophomore year. He said no more. 10th grade, he said fuck it. But the thing that makes that so bad, and why he was allowed to do that, and I stopped doing homework in junior year myself,
Yeah.
why he was allowed to do that is because Bush won. No child left behind. Like, that's why the standardized test meant so much. It really like enables poor habits in learning. And so for us, me and Eric, we stopped in junior year. We feel like we know enough.
Yeah.
The homework's not teaching me nothing I don't know.
I got I understood the structure at this point.
Right?
If I don't need to do extra time doing this homework, I'm going to do it when I exactly need to before I come to this class or something.
At the very least,
Yeah.
if you fucked up the test, well, guess what? You got a C. You passed. Don't
Yeah.
matter. So Chris is knowing that he could just pass the test.
Mhm.
You know, he could cram or whatever he had to do. He knows that that's all he has to do. So he's just going in and doing it, right? He's having his fun. Samara, you don't like PE. The kids need to work the fuck out.
That's
Kids
true.
need to work
They
the
do.
fuck out.
That's crazy. I'll be honest.
You
Also,
don't have recess, the jungle gym. Your ass is on the track. We
she
doing
said.
something.
Go ahead, Chris.
I mean, in high school,
No, but the games were fine. It's running the mile. We used to have to run a mile and then go play kickball, softball, whatever.
It's a good way to
I
open
have
you
no
up.
issue. No,
Mhm.
no.
That's right. Running is good
I
for
don't
your
agree
body.
with the
blood flow.
mile.
Running is good for your body. Everyone that doesn't like running was never like fed to you as a supplement. It was forced on you, right? I didn't like running. I did a lot of running in senior year. I did not like running when I was younger. And now I feel like I need to run. Like
Mhm.
I'm getting older to the point where if I cannot run, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Not having the skill means you are in danger wherever you are. If you fall down and you can't get up quickly, you're dead or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things that you don't think, oh, I don't need this shit. Yeah, you're right. Until you need it.
Mhm.
It's one of those things that you actually do need to be like stable in life, no matter what the circumstances. I think about survivability all the time. Not being able.
I'm always
not
thinking
being
about
able to
surviving.
swim.
I mean,
Because you should. It should be in the back of your mind.
because for me, when I was in high school, like starting sophomore years, I started taking like weight training classes in gym.
Right.
I wish I took those.
So I was basically,
too.
instead of like I was doing the regular gym stuff, but I was also lifting like power weights, like dumbbells. I was squatting. I was doing like the benches, everything. So
Yeah.
so I feel like it was beneficial. Like during that time, that I think that was where I was physically fit. But now I feel like I'm just slowly just regressing since I
That
don't do
is
that
what
much.
You think it's slow?
That's what happens. Oh, fuck off.
No, because like I'm right there with him. Like I feel
That's what happens,
I be
bro.
hearing some creaks sometimes.
My arms used to be so much bigger. I have a picture somewhere. I don't know if it's on my phone or if it's still on Instagram. Picture of my first week in college. That was like peak physical condition, even after the summer of not doing shit. I was still like hard. My arm looked insane in this one picture. I don't know why I felt the need to flex. Everyone's posing like, hey, haha. And I was like, showing this fucking python real quick. And it is a python. And it's not like that anymore. And I'm still trying to build it back up to that point. I'm still trying to get to that place. Yeah, it's a slow decline, man. And the longer you go, the worse you get. And it's worse. Capital W.
I don't know what she's talking about the classes having her run a mile before doing
That,
anything.
it seems like her school
that
is doing
seems
something
very
different.
specific. I would also say
Every class.
Yeah, front end, first and second block, gym is crazy. I never had that. That's crazy.
I mean, I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did have my weightlifting class second block. So,
Second block? Did you
Yeah.
choose that, or was there any other option?
that was the only option.
Did you? Okay, it was either you do that or you don't have a physical class, or you picked a different physical
I
class.
pick a different one.
Okay, I knew early on because I had a very similar class, but it was racket sports. So we'd always play tennis or badminton, something like that. That was third period. Every gym class I've ever had in high school was always third period. You're not getting me to run first or second block is crazy, dog. I'm not doing all this sweating at check the clock 9 a.m. Yeah, that's insane. I don't know what she's on with that.
I think you can choose your classes, first off. And I think having a class that you can be physical in, it should be mandatory all your years of school.
I think it was for us.
I wish there was a time when, like, if you did enough credits, then you didn't have to.
Yeah.
And then people voluntarily did it because it was a free class, basically, where you don't have to learn, which Bush won.
Oh, hold up. I learned how to
won.
swing a racket. I did learn how to swing a racket.
I was going to say, to build off of that, I think the physical classes should be more fun, like, centered. It shouldn't be about like meeting some kind of quota and like, oh, your time on the mile and all that. No, it should be like, we're going to play this physical game for an hour and then you're going to go do whatever, like recess, but with some kind of structure in high school. Because they don't want to say, oh, yeah, you got recess. They don't want to be like, yeah, recess time. But that's what it is. And that's how it should be. Let the kids have recess. Let them exercise and run around and jump around. That's what they should be doing. It is recess. We're going to play kickball. It's recess.
We're gonna play kickball. You're gonna run a mile, and
again,
walk a mile. They should just make
fine.
you walk.
Making it fun is fine.
Yeah.
I used to like the games and all that stuff. The mile running every day, not just for the little test, is excessive.
Yeah, I think the test is where it's like it's drawing a line for a lot of students where you really just have to make sure that they are physically active. Like if you're walking the mile, I want to make sure you keep pace. Walk a little faster. You know, don't slowly walk the mile. And you can walk, but walk.
No,
like
we had to run the straights and you could walk the curves on the track.
I think
I remember that
had us
rule.
do the same thing.
I think you just walk. For me, you can just walk the whole mile if you wanted.
Was that the same powerlifting? It was a powerlifting class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes there will be times where like, hey, we don't powerlift today. We're just gonna do just running. So.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah, they should. I think as long as you make it fun, the kids wouldn't complain.
Was there any other thing I had to say about school? I'm trying to remember.
You know, kids don't have a lot of homework now, and it's
oh,
showing.
Man.
It's showing.
All these kids do is cheat. All these kids do is cheat. I talked to my one of my older sisters. She's a teacher in high school. She teaches English. It's usually sophomores and juniors in her class. All they do is cheat, dog. All they do is use AI to generate their answers. And every day I go to her, or like every other day I'll text the family group chat, and every other day it's a new student. She's saying, "Yeah, I had to sit them down and tell them you got a 0 on the work." Because it's like 98% AI generated. And they said, but I didn't do it. And it's like, all right, well, so now you're lying to me in front of me. So, yeah, all I know is that kids cheat these days, and it's never been easier, and they're still dumb. Respectfully.
Well, they're dumb because, again, they're being pushed through.
they are being pushed through. I don't think she's failed a single person yet.
Yeah, they don't really do that anymore. They try not to. Kids are going to new grades and they're getting dumber than we were. Like we weren't the smartest generation because of Bush, and it's going to continue to go down because they have not undone those rules yet. Until they decide to prioritize what kids actually know, it's just going to get worse. It's like ask a kid, what do you know about blank? Like, what do you know about this subject? And it's going to be sporadic. It's going to be all over the place. There's still smart kids. There's still kids that do try to learn in school, but the school don't care. The school does not care anymore. They just want you out, get a job.
I think I will agree with that because near the end of like senior year, there was a point where I thought I was failing math, and then my teacher just pulled me aside like, "Hey, let me call your parents. Your kid is passing."
Woo! Congratulations!
Even though I know I didn't, because this teacher specifically said
they called your parents just to congratulate you. That's crazy.
Yeah, because this teacher specifically said the homework is the most important thing because he grades homework harshly.
Mm-hmm.
But I never did the homework.
Okay.
But he still said, "Oh, you're passing."
All right. Did you say anything?
Straight to the test.
Did you say anything to him after the phone call? Did you say like, "Thanks, buddy"?
I was just stun locked. I was just like, "Oh, I'm passing."
I got flashbang with information. Cheering with joy.
I'm sure I'm failing this class. There's no way. I just checked my grade last night. I'm sure I'm failing this class.
I was like 99% sure I am 100% failing this class.
I'm almost positive. I think we've talked a lot about this about our dear friend Gabriel. He absolutely should have failed senior year. He absolutely should have failed.
There were stories he was telling me that he literally just showed up at the front door of like a teacher said, "I'm out for the day."
Senior year, it's like 180 days of school. I think I saw bro 30 days. Cause man, they was letting everybody pass, man. You couldn't fail if you tried.
Dude, I kind of failed, which is this pissed me off about Chris's story, because I mean I didn't try hard on the test, right? Because I was like, I don't fucking know. I was in pre-calculus, and I fell off the train very early on in the semester, and it was like, how do I even attempt to get back in? And I was like, fuck it. I just see what happens. And they were like, hey, you failed. They told me they had to pull me aside with a couple other students at the senior assembly. And they were like, hey, man.
Classic. I've saw that firsthand.
You might not graduate. And I'm like, off the one class? Like, for real? Called my mom. They coming up to the school. Like, all this shit. They put me in remedial math. I call it remedial. They called it advanced algebra and trigonometry, some stupid shit like that. It's fucking remedial math because it was a small class and half the people in there was not as smart as me.
That's screwed.
You can tell. No, fuck that. If they're listening to this, which I'm sure they're not, you can tell that, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Bro.
Come on, bro. You're not supposed to do that in school. Like, people who should be failing every other class are in there with me. Like,
people.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Do you think it's people that should be failing class or people that don't show up? That's what I'll always say about my experience at high school is that it's so much of people failing. It's just people not showing up. That's all it is.
It's both, dude. Because if they don't care about doing the work, why would they care to show up?
I think a lot of people, yeah, I generally agree. Yeah. I'll do say this. I didn't show up a lot of my senior year. When I did show up, I had a great time. I focused a lot on just being happy when I was senior year. I had my first serious girlfriend at that time. Mm-hmm. My relationship with my friends was at a pretty good place. Everything was going great for me senior year. I'll say that.
Nice.
So I definitely had a great time when I was there. So I definitely did a lot. I think I did a lot of work in classes. I don't think I goofed off too much. But when I didn't show up, yeah, I had a great time too.
For me in senior, I think I just stopped caring because most of the time in class, I was just had headphones in 100% of the time.
Okay.
And
listening to that new Logic, I hear you.
That was when I was becoming a fan of Logic. Yes.
Young Sinatra is great mixtapes.
Yeah. Oh man, the Young Sinatra series is good.
Yeah. Wonder what happened to him.
He decided to stop making. I don't know. I haven't listened to Logic's song, like a new Logic song, in a long
I
time
haven't listened to
because
him
it just started to grate on me.
in
Like
4 or 5 years. 4 or
his
5 years.
his it's been less for me because I held out hope that he would stop being cringe, but he was like, nah,
I mean,
I'm sorry. Chris is the biggest Logic fan I've ever met. He gave up on him.
yeah. After everybody came out, I was like, that's when I stopped. Like, all right, I'm done. But now, like,
Is that the Unalive song?
yeah, around there. And it's now the thing
That's
is
the album.
the thing is now when I listen to Spotify, you know how Spotify sometimes like shuffles like a random song when you make it to the end of your playlist.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a Logic song that came on, one of his newer ones. It was okay. But
It's time to give him another chance.
I wouldn't say that. But now it's like a lot of his song now is just him. He's like now he's done with the part where I'm proving I'm black. Now he's just straight up saying the N-word most of the time.
Well, most of the time, I mean, he was saying it a lot before. It wasn't like something he was weird about.
Yeah, I remember the first couple
He just
mixtapes.
never let it go. Like he was like, I'm biracial. Like that was the problem. Like we didn't need to hear that all the time. Like we get it, man. You've been saying nigga for years. Like
Yeah.
people accept
I
that
mean
shit.
that's why I stopped listening to him. Like every song was like, "Hey guys, I'm mixed.
Hey, by the way,
Who can relate?
who can relate? J. Cole can. He got a secret song on that album. That one album. It was good though. It was a good verse. Man, J. Cole's in a weird spot right now.
The weird spot is like I don't want to listen to. If that's what you want to put it. Unless he's a
No,
feature.
that's not it.
Unless he's a feature. All his features
Nah, that
are pretty
ain't
good.
Yo, what is it? The off season was good. If you don't like the off season, then
I thought
whatever.
that was okay. I thought
Man,
it was okay.
I can never gauge your music tastes as like what's really good and what's not because it's just so
It varies often. I'll be honest.
specific. It's just you have very like it's something you're looking for in a song. I don't know what it is. So when you say, "Hey, this is it," I'm like, "What?" Like what?
You just that sounds like what Chris describes when he's in the car with me.
Yeah, it's like half the time it's either garbage I'm hearing or something I like. And it's like majority of the time it's just garbage.
I feel like it's the type of garbage.
He said garbage. Like,
Yeah, hey man,
Some of
there's
it I
only
know.
so many Baby Tron songs, and I hate Baby Tron because every time I hear it, I fucking hate it.
I don't even think that's some of the worst of what I have. I know there's like plenty of artists I have that are like what I would say is just one note. But I know he described it as just straight up trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's so many artists I know that like I'm only looking for like one type of thing from them. Then I think that's fine. So as long as they can pull that one thing off.
yeah, I'll never be able to guess what songs you like and don't like. I just got to listen to what I like, and then if you be like, "Hey, this is trash," I'm like, "It's probably good. It's probably decent."
Did you listen to the new Big Sean album?
You know, I'm scared.
I did
I
listen
want
to
to
it.
try it, but I'm scared. Big Sean for a long time. It's just like again, these artists are getting to a point where you either saying something or you're not, and if you're not saying nothing, then why should I listen to you? And he's got fake abs now, right? Is that what did we all see
He
that?
does? I thought you were about to tell me he has
It's a picture.
fake hair.
I just got rid of it in my bookmarks too. It's super weird. His abs are super defined and no other muscle. How is that possible? How is that possible?
It's like
no arms.
You're
no
saying
chest.
it's the reverse SpongeBob arms where he's got the blow up ones just for
It's kind of like that. It's just the abs. Though.
just the stomach
it's
treatment.
Super weird. It's
Okay.
super weird. They're saying he got the V12 abs. Maybe he did. But why would you do that and nothing else? That looks dumb.
Is that the most important? Is that even the most important thing you would get done? I feel like the arms would be more important than the abs, honestly.
The arms will always the arms will always make the rest look better.
Yeah.
I think for a man, the arms will always make the rest look better. You could have a beer gut, and if your arms look really good, really big, or like chiseled, who gives a fuck? You drink a lot of beer, you could punch my head off. Like who cares? But the abs, it's like, man, that's a choice, man. It's a choice.
You guys
I don't
haven't?
know if you can just work your abs and nothing else.
Yes, you can. We just found out Big Sean can. We just found it out.
I don't think you
We
can.
just you could grate cheese on those abs, I'm pretty sure, and probably do nothing else with the rest of his body.
His back probably looked like a loaf of bread. Like,
That's really specific.
you gotta look up the pictures. You'll see the way he's standing.
I'm gonna look
is
at him.
everything.
Okay, we're at 55 minutes of recording. I said we're gonna stop this less than an hour. Do you guys have any closing statement you want to say about music you've had lately, the school systems, or Kendrick Lamar hitting on Drake at the next Super Bowl?
I do have something to say about the Super Bowl performance of Kendrick Lamar and the surrounding celebrities that feel like it's their job right
You're
now.
saying surrounding. I know who you're talking about.
You know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. There's multiple of them. They think it's their job to make this a big issue and somehow center it around Lil Wayne, who has not been the Weezy F baby that we all know and love for a very long time. There's no fooling us. He's not the same. The motherfucker's a Trump supporter.
That's not even the biggest issue. He's not that great of a performer. He was never.
Why should he be on that stage?
Yeah.
They talking about Rock Nation. You will go down.
You will crumble.
You will crumble. Nation. Like, they're taking it so far. Nicki Minaj did like 3 lines before she started tweeting.
That's being
She
generous.
3 fat ones and said, all right. She rubbed her hands together and got to typing. Y'all gonna see about this.
Oh my God! Everybody that's not Lil Wayne and around that group all had to be fake mad about Lil Wayne not performing because they all wanted a big moment. Because if Wayne not performing, ain't no way in hell Nicki Minaj gonna make the Super Bowl, dog. There's no other way.
They ain't inviting those motherfuckers.
That's it, man.
I mean, right now, no one's talking about Lil Wayne. Everyone's talking about Kendrick.
Yeah, but
Why would they do that?
I'm gonna be honest, man. If Lil Wayne didn't perform 10 years ago at the Super Bowl, it's just not gonna happen, and it's fine.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Same thing for Kanye West. It's over.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said the Nazis had some points. It's over. It's over. I want to say this too, real quick. It reminds me of Birdman said some things. I don't care what he said. It don't matter. And nothing Birdman opened his mouth to talk about today will I ever try to listen to. I'm not going to go out of my way. I don't give a fuck. He said some shit. And it reminds me of the Dave Chappelle joke where he was talking about Ja Rule, I think, and Katrina. And he's like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? Yeah. Who gives a fuck what Birdman's talking about?
Oh, man.
Damn.
Why don't we...
I really wonder what Birdman got to say about the Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl, man. That's just...
Do you even know Kendrick Lamar?
Probably.
Have you ever met him?
They probably have. Kendrick is like a real known big Wayne fan, as most rappers of the last 15 years are. They probably all met Birdman.
Wayne, but look,
he's probably met Birdman.
If someone says, "Hey, you going to meet Lil Wayne?" Oh shit, I'm super excited. And then I go in the room and Birdman's there. I'm gonna just block him out while I talk to Lil Wayne.
No.
Oh shit, was Birdman in that room too? I didn't see him.
I'm almost positive Birdman makes you greet him.
Man,
I feel assured Birdman is not taking the opportunity to say no, you gotta say hi to me, so you gotta greet me, baby. I know.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, man, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna be the first thing you see in the door.
He's the first thing you see in the door. It's gonna be the last thing you see.
The last thing you see.
All right, but that was episode 39 of the HQQ Question podcast. We're rounded out a little under an hour. We're gonna try to keep that format. Everybody, you guys have anything to say you want to say to the fans? And the fans being just my girl and I think fucking Justin. Actually, it's I've had multiple people. It's at least 6 people reach out and say oh hey, thanks, the podcast back. It was wow. I better get fucking 6 views. I know that.
That's
I'm counting you too, Chris.
Okay.
I'll watch it. That's another view.
Did you watch the last episode?
All right, good night.
I'll see y'all next time.
All right, good night.
See you later, guys.
Peace.